Thanks for checking out my Animal Crossing New Leaf series. I'll catch fish, dig up fossils, and pay off debt for your viewing enjoyment. Thanks for making this possible. So the first new thing I have for you today in this version of Animal Crossing, look at this. Ooh, it's a Nintendo 3DS skin that I got, and it's yellow on the bottom, of all my branding on it, and it looks really cool. I think it's a really high quality print. I'm very satisfied by it, and I wanted to customize my 3DS in a way that wasn't buying a whole 3DS for a particular color or a game or something, so I'm like, you know what? Shamelessly promote myself, make my own branding. So there we go. If you couldn't tell by the giant sticker on the 3DS, my name is Brian Saviano, aka bricksobrian. Here's the snow boy. I want you to have the snowman wall. Ooh, cool. So we can get the snowman wall and apply that to our home if we want to. Now, I'm not necessarily going to keep it. Well, I'm going to hang on to it. I'm not going to put it up on the wall, but what I'm going to do first is not find my stylus. Am I going to use a Sharpie? Ooh, I'm going to use this turquoise or turquoise? That's turquoise. Turquoise brick separator. Lego brick separator. So there we go. Let's see. Is that actually going to work? Yes, it is. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I haven't done any of the chores, and there's another person moving in, dude. Really? Okay. I guess we're getting more villagers. Awesome. The first thing I'm going to do for today is go and look at my town hall approval rating, because I want to make some serious progress on that. I want to get my town actually to a level where I can do the public works projects and not be at the mercy of the townspeople to get that approval rating up. So let's sit in the infamous chair over here, and I'm not gonna do another island run. I didn't do another one yet, but I'm gonna make another video out of it and just redo it because I just messed up totally badly. What did it say? How about cleaning up the town? I'll send a message to the citizens of Boston. Okay, so I totally didn't read what it said. What was the number again? Or you know what I should have done was do things around the town. 58. Okay, cool. So I guess we can go fishing and try and pulling weeds and stuff, because I haven't been here in not a couple. Well, I was here yesterday. I was here the day before. So anytime that you've seen me do a video on it is basically when I have played the game, and only when I played the game. So just to keep that authentic there. And oh, our snowman friend is melting real big time. Yeah, I'm pretty much the new Boston mascot. I mean, can you blame folks for liking me so much? I'm gorgeous, but I've got to stand out even more if I want to living up old Boston. Well, I think Wally the Green Monster is the mascot for Boston, but that's just me. So I'm gonna go around, find the money rock, do the thing, and yeah, all the typical stuff. So now that I dug up a couple of fossils, I'm gonna donate the 2 that I dug up, as well as a pill bug that I got by hitting the rock and doing the whole thing. So yeah, I ended up getting I forget what crystal it was. Oh, with the rock, the crystal, the rock thing. What is this? That's called a gold nugget. Ooh, that's some big money, big money, big money. Cool. And then we'll do our rounds at the typical places. And we are over halfway there to paying off our first official debt that isn't the initial house. So we're making some good progress so far. What I'm going to do then after this, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Nothing good in here. Nothing good that I like in here. Maybe the eye patch. That's pretty cool, but not my most favorite thing I've ever seen ever. And oh, cool. I always like these billiard shirts. Is all the different billiard balls that are in a game of pool, but I never get them, or I would never wear them. So I'm hoping that there's going to be something useful in Nookling Junction here, because we have most of the tools that we need, but there's still a couple that we're missing. And nope, nothing. Awesome. Great. But we can get our daily fortune cookie, so that's good. Still have plenty of play coins to work with here. And I do have a fortune cookie here. I have one, but I'm not going to eat it because I was actually at the mall and I found, or rather they found me, the Girl Scouts were selling cookies and they got me good. And I got 3 boxes of cookies and I've been nibbling at those. So yeah, cannons are much like toasters, though bread is bad for cannons. So it's probably the Bullet Bill. If I can guess a cannon shooting stuff out, I can only assume I have a lucky ticket. And, you know, if I ended up doing a bunch of the lucky tickets off camera, I just accumulate them. I wouldn't open them. I would open all of them on screen, but that is a Bill Blaster. Cool. So the the Bill Blaster is obviously from Mario. You know, the Mario franchise, the Bullet Bill. But every one of the lucky tickets I've gotten have all been on screen. So you haven't missed out on anything quite yet. Now, what I do want to do, because it's a new dawn, it's a new day. My words are getting so tripped up. Incredibly tripped up. But it's a new dawn, new day. And that means a new snowman, or rather snowma'am, can come into the picture. I want to make a snowma'am to catch, well, I don't need to catch any more snowflakes, but I want to cash in the ones I have because I can't put them anywhere else in my inventory. They're just kind of stuck, you know? I can't put them away. I can sell them, but I want to get the actual ice furniture because those actually sell for really big money. Bigly money. So each of the items sells for 8,888 bells, which is symbolic of the number because it looks like a snowman. So cool. What I'm gonna do, the other part of the snowball is over here. I could build it right next to that snowman and be like, huh? Are you replacing me? What? No, don't do that. So I have the guide pulled up right here, and we can figure out exactly what we need to do. So different type of snow people. We need a snowma'am. Okay. Right? We need a snowma'am? Snowma'am? Yes, we need a snowma'am. So the type of snow person that you create depends on the size of the snowball on the bottom. Here's a list that describes the snowball sizes and the resulting snow people. So medium snowball for a snowma'am is just above your chin level. Okay? Just above chin level? I would say that's close. Right? Maybe? Maybe a little bigger? Right? I mean, how much? Let's see. No, that's not close. Yeah, so I guess I would measure it by looking up on the D-pad and kind of figuring out where exactly you want it to be at. But let's see here. Up a little bit more, and you can see how much bigger it is comparatively. All right. That is not above chin level. That's way above chin level. All right. Then obviously if you move on a surface like that, that will make it so the snowball gets smaller. So in case you want to make it smaller, that's how you can do it. So we've been building snow boys to your ear level is what we've been building so far. It needs to be smaller. Oh, this is like really something else. All right. What about right there? Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger. I know this is a very tedious process, I know. But we're figuring it out together, you know? And that way, hopefully this information can carry over. Yeah, that's just about right. This information can carry over for the new game, hopefully. So for a well-balanced snow people, to make a good quality snow person, the snowball that you push on top must be slightly smaller than the base snowball. If the snowball is bigger or a lot smaller than the base snowball, the resulting snow person might not give you any gifts or might have different requirements for the gifts. Okay, so we need to make sure it's ever so slightly bigger. Ever so slightly. Or rather, no, ever so slightly the same. I'd say that's close. I would say that's just about as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, we got it! Yes! Wow, beautiful. Great. I'm very pleased you made me with such beauty and refinement. pardon my inquisitiveness, but you wouldn't happen to have any snowflakes. Well, actually, you bring me snowflakes, I'll reward you with something, but 1 or 2 won't do. I'd like to collect 5. Ah, we have 4. Come on. You stink. Alright. Wow. Ain't that just lovely? What are the cat meow requirements today? Green thumb. Plant a few more apple trees around town. And then catching a tuna. Yeah, tuna ain't gonna happen. I ain't catching no tuna. That's gonna be a little bit more unfeasible than you might think. I really regret selling that perfect apple from a while ago. I'm still really regretting it. And we have someone who wants to talk to us. So just drop it. And hello, Cherry? Yes. Ooh, I'm memorizing the names of the townsfolk. Hey, I'd like you to come over to my place sometime soon, Brian. I haven't cleaned up my room for you. How about it? No. Nope. Not gonna happen. Absolutely not. I am all set. Nope. I'm good. I have to plant some stuff for the village and meow it out. Ah, come on. Every time I hear the wind go by, I'm like, dang it. And you are new. Hello, new squirrel. Marshall. Hey, I haven't met you yet. I'm Marshall. I moved into town recently, but who are you? Well, you're Brian, right? Everyone says you've had a ton of influence on this town. I'm impressed. Well, don't be a stranger, okay? I have a good feeling about you, Brian. All right. I have a good feeling about you, Mr. Albino Squirrel. Good for you. And nope, I didn't want to put that away. All right, cool. So just go and plant these in here. I can't believe that she requires us to have 5. That's ridiculous. And apparently, you can have that number go down depending on how perfect you make the snowman or snowman. So I don't know what I did wrong, but, you know, hey, whatever. I'm going to actually look up the requirements here because there's different things here. So, the snowman will ask you to bring her snowflakes. She will ask for fewer snowflakes if she is well balanced. If the top ball is slightly smaller than the base. It was. No, that's really close. Like when we got it, it was incredibly close for the top and bottom. I don't know how I could have gotten that more perfect, but apparently I could have. So whatever. Sure. You know, you want to be all particular about how your figure looks. It's what matters on the inside. Okay? Doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, as long as you're cool as a cucumber on the inside. Yeah. That's what lesson we could take out of this one, kids. And that there's no slingshots for us to get those items with. Just disappointing overall this episode. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We can do a little fishing. Maybe fish some trash out of the river. Get some trash out of the Charles River. And, you know, clean up this town that apparently is incredibly dirty because I have a 58% approval rating. Which, I think your approval rating can actually go down, too, if you don't do enough good stuff for the town. But luckily, we haven't had that happen yet. But it could. So I'm thinking either the next episode or the episode after that, we probably won't have the town permit, but I'll probably go for another... Oh, you get over here. Get over here, get over here, get over here. Come on. Come on. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Great. So those spawn in when there is a snowman in the town. And I'm actually going to hold off on that for a second. I want to grab whatever big boy is over here. Little medium-sized boy. Grab you. Ooh, cool. And there's another one. Another snowflake there. Come on. Ooh, that's a new fish. Kind of a barbel steed. It just needs a barbel saddle. Okay. So, I guess I'm going to grab more snowflakes if I see them. And they spawn into the town when there is a snowman around. So, you're not just limited to when there is a snowstorm, which is good. So, why don't we cash these in right now? That way I have some more room. And I obviously got that initiative there, which is good. Snowflake senses are tingling. Give you something nice. Here you go. Take them all. 5 snowflakes? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 8, 45. There you go. 45 snowflakes. Such an exquisite beauty. My life is fulfilled. Thank you. As promised, here's your reward. Please take this ice wall. Ooh. Put it in your pockets. Please bring more when you get a chance, preferably before I melt. I'm counting on you. So I'm assuming that you can keep bringing those to her as long as she is there. So even if she's in that half-melted state like that other snowboy is right there, then that's fine. Because, you know, they're still there, and I can still talk to the snow people. So that's good. The only one we haven't built yet, so there's a snow tyke and then a snowman, a proper snowman. And so they give you a bunch of stuff like a curling stone, a bobsled, a slalom gate, which is like all for skiing and stuff. And the only reason I know that is because I've watched the Olympics like twice. I know all that stuff. But otherwise, yeah. I want to try to build one of everything before, you know, the season is over, which is going to be entirely possible. I'm definitely going to do more episodes of this during the wintertime, of course. So we're going to have some time. There we go. All right, cool. So as long as we get just a couple, you know, and if we encounter them at this rate, you can get a ton of really good items that you can just sell. Like, sell them for bells. Like, if you don't want the ice furniture, which I really don't. I don't really care for it at all. Then, yeah, just sell everything off, you know? Make that money. Get that money, you know what I'm saying? Hustle. Grind. Grind won't stop. Oh, and also, every hour on the hour, there's your town tune that goes off. It's officially lunchtime. And I'm not saying I ate a bunch of Girl Scout cookies before recording, but I'm saying that's exactly what happened. So, was that my lunch? Technically, maybe. Probably not. I hope not, because that's very unhealthy. But I digress. Hold on. One more time. There we go. Make it a boot. I want to clean up the river. No, it's a brand new fishy. It's a yellow perch. I wonder if birds usually stand on it. Okay, cool. I heard somebody, oh, they were talking to each other. Oh, what happened? Ugh, I'm not in the mood to talk, Nutty. Please just let me mope for a while. Why? No, come on. Gonna get high hopes for the living. Shooting for the stars, and I know I'm gonna kill it. I was gonna be that one in a million. What'd you like to talk about, Brian? What's the latest? What you got for me? I borrowed something from Elvis I should have returned a long time ago. I wonder, Brian, would you mind returning it for me? A little too busy to take care of it. So, yeah. Occasionally, sometimes your villagers will be like, hey, can you do this, like, random errand for me? And, yeah, you can totally do that. Deliver it before the end of the day. Okay, cool. And they give you little objectives that you can complete. Can I keep that item? No. So, I cannot, actually, it looks like I could open it, but I'm not going to do that because Elvis obviously wants the item, and it's probably something boring that I wouldn't want anyway. So, instead of stealing his stuff, I'm just going to deliver it to him. So, yeah, I'm actually really hoping to find trash in the river, like, oddly enough, but to help clean up the river. But, you know, new fish definitely works too. I caught up on smelt. I'm sure it could use a bath, and I believe we have already donated that one. So yeah, any fish that we haven't actually delivered to Blathers, we're probably just gonna sell off. And there's Elvis is down below. Cool. So he's right over here. Is he home? Yep, he's home. You can tell an animal is home because if there is something coming out of the chimney or the lights are on inside. That's how you can tell right away. So he's got a very royal looking house. Jeez. So what's up? Delivery time. Yeah, delivery for me. You bet your bottom dollar there is. There you go. That's for the legendary Mr. Presley. There you go. His green present for you. The thing I lent to Gwen a while ago. Usually, they will either just give you nothing and say thank you, or they'll give you something. I think I like to give you this. And they give you a shirt that we're probably not going to wear because my outfit's better. It's a... Listen, kids, if you ever do an errand, if somebody ever does an errand for you and you give them a moldy shirt as a thank you, just keep it. Don't even bother. You give someone a moldy shirt, really? A moldy... Why would you think that's a good idea? You know what? I'm gonna commend you for your efforts. Take this moldy shirt. Okay, cool. What can we get rid of here? We have 2 fossils that we can assess and then find more snowflakes and get rid of those. And alright, cool. So I'll go to Blathers, do the thing again, find more snowflakes. Let's go. Okay, so all of those fossils and 2 of the fish that we had are now in the museum. So we're not going to look at them quite yet because I want to check up on them, you know, once we have a ton more stuff. So probably within the next day or 2, the next video or 2, we'll go back into there and see exactly what our aquarium and fossil collection is looking like. I want to stop by the house. I want to stop by retail, get rid of some of the stuff I have in my inventory, then go by the house, drop off some stuff. So, you know, this is really sounding like real life. Like, oh, I'm just going to do this and this and this and do this errand and that errand. And, you know, you could find this game kind of boring in that regard, but something about the charm of the game and all the little things you can do. Like, you can't go digging up fossils in real life. So, having all this stuff here is cool to do. So, just to show you exactly what the value of the ice furniture is. So we have that up there. Oh, that's a snowman wall. For that amount of money. That's a deal. That's a deal. Awesome. Because I'm not going to want that anyways. Let's see. I want to sell. And I'll show you the ice furniture. I think the snowman furniture is 8,800. What about, is the ice wall still that same value? It's for, yep, the same thing. Okay, cool. Big money, big money, big money, no whammies. Beautiful. So I still have other stuff to sell off too, but I wanted to see the individual value of those two, and as well as the this right here, the golden nugget. How much does that go for? For 4,000? Sure. Okay. So that's a higher value than some of the other things we found in rocks before, but obviously the money rock is the most valuable that we've seen so far, so that's good. So what else do we have here? We have this moldy shirt. Get this out of here. Bill Blaster we're keeping. Sea Globe, yeah, I gotta drop that off too. So that basically clears out my inventory. 310 bells, lovely. So not many of those fish are actually valuable, but it's a matter of when you catch a ton of them in one session and trade them all in for money. But obviously the bigger guys, the bigger fish are gonna be more valuable in general. But I'm trying to think if there's anything. You know what? We should go by the sea. Going by the ocean will actually be pretty good for catching fish. And maybe there's some pollution we can clean up as well. I'm hoping just to show you what it looks like, you know? Usually they are about that size. So, we'll see. It's really disappointing when you want an actual fish, though. And then you accidentally get trash, but, you know. That'll happen occasionally. A horse mackerel. Holy mackerel. So, yeah, every time you've caught something before... Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Ah, la la la. Really? Just if my reaction time was a little bit better. Just a smidge better. But, ooh, there's another chance. Show me the money. Show me the money. Big money, no whammies. Ah, I got too jumpy. Dang it. I was thinking he was going to get it the first time. You know, Animal Crossing fishing is a lot more exciting than actual fishing, keeping that in mind. If you actually ever try to go fishing in real life, it's really boring. It's incredibly boring. I hate it, actually. It just takes way too long, and there we go. The point of fishing is not for the action of reeling in a fish and like, whoa, you know, that's not why you do it. It's basically, it's kind of like baseball. It's something to do in the background of what you were doing. Okay, here we go. So I guess this isn't too uncommon considering we've encountered 3 of them along the shore right here. But, you know, you're mostly doing it to relax, regular fishing. But I've always wanted to go deep sea fishing. But that requires me being in the middle of the ocean. And I'm good. I am all set with that. I'm not a big fishing fan, so... Ah, why do I keep doing that? I just keep thinking that it's going to catch the first time. And I got way too jumpy, obviously, as you can tell, too. You got to be extremely patient when you're fishing. Well, these guys are everywhere. So, I mean, they could be different fish in general, but you never know. Ah, okay, so I got it that time. If you keep tapping A, you pretty much got it every time. So that's a sea bass. What? You again? Yeah, so sea bass are incredibly common. Those are one of the main fish you're going to keep encountering over and over and over and over and over again. And they are big ones. So you'll notice some fish are extremely, extremely big. Those ones are going to be like sharks, which you can catch, and other crazy other sea life in general. But yeah, usually it's either 1, 2, or 3 that they'll catch there. Red snapper, I just snapped it up. I think the red snapper is a little bit more valuable. I wish there was a tool to assess the value of an item before you actually go to retail and have that happen, but I guess, oh, okay, cool. Another snowflake. Awesome. I was going to say, I guess you kind of can't do that in real life, but you kind of can. If you weigh a fish, or if you have, like, a market value for a fish, you could, you know, if you had a weigh, a scale on you, you have a weigh on you. You have a scale on you. I guess you can kind of tell what the kind of the market value of the fish is that you can, you know, sell it off for at the local market or something like that. I'm really just talking without any sort of facts whatsoever, but you never know. What do you have to say, Gwen? Can you help me out? I splurged. It's nothing really. Just a frilly apron is all. Problem is I already have one. No, I don't want a frilly apron. I'm good. I actually have an apron that has my initials on it that my mother gave me for Christmas 2 years ago. And since I mentioned this in videos before, that since my mother is very particular about how she keeps her kitchen, I rarely ever cook because I try to clean the dishes and she's like, no, you didn't clean them right. I'm like, all right, so what do you want me to do? Just leave the dishes in the sink. All right, cool. And then she'll clean them. And she's like, I'm sick and tired of cleaning these dishes. You should clean. And I'm like, I did, but you don't want me to do it. So it's always a back and forth like that. And she bought me an apron for Christmas so I could cook, but I've never actually cooked in it because I can never cook in the kitchen. And I don't know what that is. That is we've already got one of those, a wharf roach. So as you can tell, well, we got that on the island before, but some of the things that are on the island are not exclusive to the island. You can see them on your regular town too, but you're gonna go this way? Oh, just missed it. Okay. You can ever so slightly tell when a fish you've caught its attention, when it'll adjust to when it goes in its frame of view. So I guess it can really depend here. But you'll see it kind of adjust. If I can figure it out here. Nope, not quite. A little bit more. Nope, not quite. This one's a tough one. He's a toughie. Nope. And you don't want to land it right on top. You want it to be just ever so slightly. Right there. You saw it adjust a little bit? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for it like, it'll go a little bit and then go toward it. That's when you know you're in the fish's field of view. The fish's field of view. That's what you're looking for. How many snowflakes we have? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So we can get another snowman item, trade that in, and then it looks like in the next episode, we're going to pay off our first loan, which is great. Hold on. Ah, dang it. I keep doing that. Okay. Seagull washed ashore. Cinnamon buns are not currency. Not yet anyways. Come on, man. Wake up. Get up. But you were my lobster. No, come on, Gulliver. Get up. Oh, no. I am the alpha male. Come on, buddy. You can't stay on the beach. Come on. Nah, Mom. Just give me 5 more minutes. Oh, I felt that before. I'm sure all of you have felt that too. Gah! Nope, I'm still sleeping. No, you're not. Get up. Get up. Oh, are you my princess? Kiss me and wake me from my endless slumber. No, I'm not kissing a seagull. No. Just who are you? You don't look like no princess. I'm Gulliver, just a humble little sailor of some note around the 7 or 8 seas. Wait, Could it be you who were the one that saved me? Oh my gosh, what have I done? I can't believe I was so rude to my rescuer. Find it in your heart to forgive me. That's what heroes do. I'm actually very confused at this exact moment. I guess I went overboard and was tossed into the sea. Oh, that's not good. Probably my fault for dozing off on the side of a ship in the middle of the biggest storm ever. I don't have a single memory of what happened after all. Sea amnesia, they call it. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I was on my way to some place or another, since, you know, I'm a sailor. Where was I headed? If I could at least remember the name of the silly place. Oh, I know. You gotta help me. I'll tell you everything I remember, so will you please help me figure out where I was headed? Sure, I'll help you out. I haven't met someone willing to help a total stranger. Oh, but the residents of Rico Harbor. That's Super Mario Sunshine. Oh boy. The country I was going to is huge. More people live there than pretty much anywhere else in the world. The country also has a long and complicated history with ancient dynasties, wushu and such, but man, it's amazing how much stuff this country has invented. Paper, gunpowder, compasses. It's like there's no way to stop the amazing progress in this country's history. It's downright impressive. Alright then, you figure out where I was headed to? I can tell you were headed to China. 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 Yep, China. The fog in my brain has lifted. Oh, I'm glad. And I can think clearly again. ZZ. Thank you very much. Promise to send you a fancy souvenir. Might take a while, but don't get your hopes up. That's probably going to be a little model of the Great Wall of China. So, thank you, Gulliver, for sending that to me. As in the snowflake there. What I might do, since I'm finding so many of these snowflakes, I'm going to maybe do this off camera and find a ton of them. That way I can trade them all in, because we have found 6 so far, and I'm liking that a lot. So I think Gulliver, why are my words just not processing from my brain properly? Or rather exporting from my brain properly, or what, you know what I mean. So, he will appear, I think, occasionally with, like, fun facts about, stuff. And if you get that correct, we've had so many of these appear. Before, these balloon things were incredibly rare, and you could never come across them. But clearly, now we can. A lot more frequently. He'll have, like, a fun fact, like, oh, do you have this thing? Or, like, what country was I going to, or wherever. So, I just knew that out of my own memory. China's known for, like, obviously, like... Oh, we gotta quit. Hold on. Yep, right here. Because there's another one. Gunpowder, compasses... Like, I remember that because, the Chinese invented, fireworks, I believe. So we're gonna swap it out, because obviously the snowflake is more valuable. If we drop the snowflake, then that, goes away forever. So, you want to make sure you don't do that. We can obviously go back for the gyroid as soon as we're done here. So I just knew that because of fun facts in school and whatnot. Yeah, sure, here you go. Take that. 5. I can't believe it was 5. But, I mean, we've been encountering a good amount of them anyways. So, there's your 5. And so, obviously, other answers are like, you know, the U.S. and Russia and all that. So, also the thing about dynasties, like, there's been some great massive empires in Chinese history that have since, you know, they're not there anymore. But, you know, over the years, there's still things like that are out there. So, you know, fun facts for you. I guess we'll check out the campground and then we'll call it, because we've done a ton this episode. Not necessarily the most productive. I'll go check on the town, you know, see where we're at for the permit to actually do stuff. Because I'm hoping we're in the 60s at least. Because this guy is clearly in the 60s. Look at him. Yeah, man. Just chilling out. I don't know what that could be. It's like got a windy aspect to it. I don't know. This is Blanca. Sure, she likes to stir up trouble around town. But when you see her relaxing out at the campground, she looks so... Well, she still looks pretty creepy. I believe Blanca was a character back in the older Animal Crossing games where you could actually customize what her face looked like, and you could draw, like, basically the same mechanic that you use for a pattern in the game. You could create whatever face you wanted for her, and, you know, you can make something incredibly creepy, or, you know, something relatively adorable if you knew how to draw properly. But, yeah, I think Blanca just has that regular face now. So I think we have 3 snowflakes right now. Otherwise, yes, we do. So we have room for 2 more. I'm going to do that off camera and probably just get a ton more, just so we can accumulate more bells. And then that way in the next episode, one of the first things we'll do is pay off our debt and then acquire more debt to expand our house even more. So I tried to figure out what exactly it would take to max out our house for a, like, time-wise, how much time it would take. And I believe it would take, like, 2 or 3 months at the rate we're doing stuff. But 79%? Much better than 58. I like that. So maybe by next episode 2, or the episode after that, we'll be at 100, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But until then, I want to thank you guys and girls for listening, watching, tuning in, as always, to Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS. I'll catch you again next time for more weed pulling, maybe snowflake catching action. See ya. Bye.